Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of Georgia Gwinnett College. This is the Grizzly Talk Podcast with your host, Kennedy Patterson. We are back live from Swanky Studios, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for sure. You guys make this thing possible to be back on our hit radio station, radio show, the Grizzly Talk Podcast. We're now streaming on iTunes, IHeart Radio, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Podchaser, and also the GTP 94.6, the radio station. I'm your host, Kennedy Patterson. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. It is indeed is Wednesday, March 25th. Trying to keep you guys more entertained, of course, with the whole pandemic of being closed officially from campus for 2 weeks. But we hope that you guys are staying close to your emails, stay close to your D2L, because school assignments are still due. You know, let's not forget. School assignments are still due, and we want to make sure the Grizzly family make sure the GGC students are prepared and stay in tune with their schoolwork, because it is towards the end of the semester. Just about, so hopefully you guys are ready for that, for summer to arise. I can't wait, because I will be doing some summer content for you guys for Grizzly Talk Podcast. Yes, we will be doing some content for the summertime. Of course, we'll be doing a lot of GTP content, and just a little sneak peek, we're going to be doing a lot of GGC athletic work. Of course, I'll be doing the internship there, and with the terms of marketing, so I'm going to bring GTP along on board with this sort of internship / summer bash / kind of event. I cannot wait for it. And as we get closer to fall, we're going to be having a lot more RSOs to come up, and of course, graduation is coming up. So we do have some good announcements, some good things to talk about here on the Grizzly Talk Podcast. Of course, the student ambassador program is now hiring, of course. And I'm just going to read you out some of the benefits now. Believe it or not, I don't know if this program will be watching or be hearing our podcast, but if they do, that is a fantastic time for them. I was a student ambassador, not for GGC, but I was a student ambassador for the Grayson Technical Program. And being an ambassador is really, really amazing, because not only you get the benefits, but you get it on your name. You get it on your resume. It shows that you can perform as a good leadership role. So being a student ambassador is very, very important. I was one student ambassador. I won an award for being a student ambassador in 2015 at Grayson Technical Program at Grayson High School. So that was pretty cool. I had a really rocking good time for this. And the hints of what I'm saying to this is Student Ambassador Program is not hiring for our school, of course, Georgia Gwinnett College. Of course, let me read you out some of the benefits they have. Of course, they have paid student assistant positions. Can't go wrong with that, because a lot of us here at GGC, we have jobs, and, you know, I may not have a specific job on campus, but, you know, a lot of students are looking for jobs out there to participate on campus. Let me tell you why that's very important, because students, they need to get paid. Let's be honest. Students need to get paid working, because college is hard. Getting through to college is very, very hard. So that's why that's a great benefit for that, for sure. Of course, the priority registration and GGC swag and more. So, priority registration. Ladies and gentlemen, you have priority when you register for your next classes for your next semester. That's really, really important to have priority, because classes do fill up. Believe me, if you guys don't believe me, I had to miss some class signups because I was late. True story. I was late trying to sign up for classes. So take that to advice. Priority registration. Okay, so GGC swag, that means the GGC gear. Now, I have so many GGC gear. When it came to GGC Athletics and GDN, they had some swag and some gear. And even I helped market and build some swag when I was the marketing assistant over there at one point. So having swag and gear is really, really important. It shows your school spirit. You must have a minimum of 2.5 GPA and 24 credit hours by hire date. You have to have those qualifications to become a student ambassador. And that's pretty smart that they're advocating that, simply because it's important that you have the grades, you have the credits to represent our great school. So if you have below a 2.5, you may not be able to make the cut for this for sure. Possesses good customer service. I deal with property management, so I've done that kind of work before. Organizational and time management skills. That's really good that they add that point in there for sure, because when you're trying to get involved on campus and you're doing a lot of things on campus, you have to have the time to dedicate to have this as an extra curriculum. So if you feel that you are way too busy and you can't really manage time management well, this may not be a great suit for you. But if you're one of a leader who can get the job done and also perform well in the classroom, Student Ambassador Program might be the one for you. Of course, go online to apply at online at jobs.ggc.edu, of course. The contact, Dana K. Spins, hopefully I didn't butcher the last name, for more information. She'll have her email on there for sure. Again, please get involved to it. They're hiring, and it's a student assistant program for work study or a full-on position for a job. So it's really good that they're doing something like that. It's amazing. It really is amazing that they're giving back to the community and they're trying to help out the community as much as they can for students trying to get jobs. Now, I do say this, and I'll say this on the Grizzly Talk Podcast: do not get the job only for the money. Money's good. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to my GGC community. Money is great, but if you join a program for the money, it may not be a great suit for you, because your focus is just getting paid, and you won't really embellish, and you really won't inhabit the great skill set for the program. You won't have the ambition, the motivation set within that program. So I say to the GGC community, if you're just doing programs just for the money and cash, don't go for the program, because you are not going to be in it to win it. You're not going to be in there to be motivated for that program. So again, I say, do it for yourself. Do it for motivation. Do it for getting involved. And then have the money off to the side. Have the money say, okay, here's what, this is the money. This is great, but I want to make sure I'm motivated to be a part of the program. So, I'm just going to let people know about that, because, of course, today's podcast kind of goes out to GGC PD. They had some questions out there. You guys can follow their Instagram right now. It's GGC PD. That is our campus police department at Georgia Gwinnett College. They do an amazing job. And they have some questions in here, and I'm just going to answer them on the podcast here. The first question says, what's your favorite place on campus? Tell us your favorite spot on campus, and we'll try to snag a picture of it today so you can see it. Now, I do have quite a few favorite places. My number one, well, I have quite a few, so I don't rank these number one, number two, number three. But one of my favorite places I can tell you guys is GGC Reslife. Shout out to them. GGC Reslife. I give them a shout out, and I would say that's one of my favorite spots, because, that's where it started for me. That's where it all started. The GGC experience, the college life, it all started with GGC Reslife when we first moved in. And I remember I moved in with me and my brother. If you guys don't know my brother, that's Ryan Patterson. That's my little brother. He also goes to GGC, of course. I moved into GGC Reslife with him, and this was a totally new experience. We were fresh out of high school, and we did not know what to do with ourselves, because we're starting the college life. We moved away from home, and we started the whole GGC experience. So that's why I would say GGC Reslife is one of my prime favorites, because that's where it all began. Of course, GGC Athletics. GGC Athletics. That's my other favorite spot, because, I relate to what I just said. That's where it began, 2015, where I wanted to get involved. and I became the junior videographer, trainee, runner-up, trainee, rookie, whatever you want to call it for sure. So it started there. And, I've been with the program for over about 4 years now, and sometimes we do our podcasting in the GDN room, so, GDN. Grizzly Dining. That's one of my favorite spots. Grizzly Dining is where it all began again, That's where I would have some scrumptious breakfast before a 8 a.m. class. I can't believe I did it, honestly. I had to get up at 7 for my 8 a.m. class. I don't know how I did, but I did. And I had some good breakfast. I met some really, really good friends. We all had breakfast over there in the Grizzly Dinings before, and it was just amazing because you're in college, and it's that new experience. You don't really have your parents in your face, It really is a fun experience for sure for Grizzly Dining, for sure. I've actually had some good times in the Digital Media Lab, too. Shout out to them. Digital Media Lab. That room is where all of our creative people go to get creative and find their art. I've met so many friends there. I can name some of them. I met Miles Evans. I met Zach Hicks. I met Chris Ingram. Even though me and Chris, we went to Grayson Tech together, so I've been knew him. Chris Morales, Daniel Reed. I met all of those people at the Digital Media Lab, along with Matthew Spears and so many other people that I can name. We were in the Digital Media Lab working on film projects, working on a lot of things. Braxton's part of that too, a good friend of Ryan's, Some people say Starbucks is their favorite place. That's understandable. People need to get their coffee. Some people like the green area between the B building and the library. Huge place, huge lawn. They have a lot of great events. Of course, if you guys remember March Through the Arch or Grizzly Fest. Grizzly Fest, you guys can listen to that Grizzly Fest 1 hour spectacular podcast we did. Such a fun time. A lot of people say the library and the Starbucks. The library is one of my favorite places because I do a lot of homework there. When I'm on campus and if I'm done with podcasting for the day and I'm waiting for my 5 p.m. class, I'm in the library doing some studying. I'm in the library working on a project. I'm in the library doing some homework. So that's why I would say that the library would be one of my prime favorite places to go because it allows you to do your homework in peace. You can listen to music. You can do your homework. And once you're done with your homework, you don't even know when you're done with your homework until you look outside and it's dark outside. I'm just being honest, Grizzly fans. So when I look at the big glass, beautiful windows and it's getting closer to dark and it's closer to 5 o'clock, I know that I spent a good time's worth in the library working on some homework. So it really is amazing for sure. Now, before we wrap up the podcast here, I want to give another shout out again. GGC Athletics, they're doing this new thing called the Grizzly Rewind. So what it is they're doing a lot of videos to kind of rewind some of the plays they did. And I'm going to shoot them an email too to see if we can get some of their content on our Instagram, so that way people can know that GGC Athletics is alive and well and they're doing their thing for sure. Check them out. It's GGC Athletics. They're calling it the Grizzlies Rewind. They're doing some rewind videos of past games, some games that I can remember filming and directing. So it really is amazing to say the least. It really is amazing to see that they're doing something like that to keep the people going, keep people knowing about GGC Athletics. So it really is amazing for sure with them. And I'm always proud. I'm always humble. I'm a humble man. I'm a humble man for sure. Oh, one more thing too, before I even log out of here. Want to thank you guys for listening to GTP 94.6 or Grizzly Talk Podcast. We reached over a lot of hits on podcasting. We have Venezuela, Mexico, and United Kingdom. They are listening to us right now on the podcast. We have fans from all over the world. So it really is a humble time to see that we've become international with our podcast. A lot of people, where numbers are small now, but I am humbled it's going to grow. So thank you to the country of Venezuela, Mexico, and United Kingdom for listening to us all over the world. So that's going to do it for the Grizzly Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Kennedy Patterson. Ladies, stay safe. Ladies and gentlemen, stay safe. Drink lots of water. And make sure that you guys stay inside when you can. This has been the Grizzly Talk Podcast. Kennedy Patterson. Go Grizzlies.